BFTB, best fight the best. So listen, I'm gonna point some stuff out here though. Let's just bring out the facts when it comes to Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz has probably beat like nobody. The best name on his resume is like Brian Jennings, you know what I'm saying, who is not really that good. Then you have Thompson, who was an old dude, and then you had Deontay Wilder, who knocked him out. So how can you really say that Luis Ortiz actually is top 3? How can you really say that? What are we basing this on, that Luis Ortiz is top 3? What are we basing it on, that he's that good? Tony Thompson? Daniel Marks? Cujanu? He lost to Deontay Wilder. So what are we basing his greatness on? Right? He hasn't fought nobody. He's a southpaw. He's a good boxer. Okay? He hasn't fought nobody. So what does that mean? Then you put into the fact of his age. You know the Cubans are always lying about their age. You know, that's something that has been going on for a very long time. So the man saying he's 39, got 39 on BoxRec, but is he really 39? He's more than likely in his 50s, you know, or probably in his 50s. I'm gonna say Luis Ortiz is probably about 49, maybe 49 to 50. He might be 49 years old. He might be 49, right? So he really hasn't beaten anybody. The one step-up fight that he had against Deontay Wilder, he got knocked the fuck out. Yes, he's a big guy. Yes, he's a southpaw. Yes, he got 30 fights and 25 knockouts. But when you're knocking out bums, it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? You're not knocking nobody out. You're knocking out bums. So how are we placing Luis Ortiz in top 3? You know what I'm saying? I just had to sit back and think about this. How is Luis Ortiz top 3? Luis Ortiz has beat absolutely nobody. He's probably 50 years old. Right? We don't know how old he is. We don't know. He could be older than 50. But he's at least, he's in his mid to late 40s at least. In his mid to late 40s. So a man in his mid to late 40s who has beaten nobody, right? He's beaten nobody. And he lost the one time he stepped up. We can agree that what I just said is facts. He's beaten nobody. Really, seriously and honestly, nobody. Like you could say Brian Jennings is a somebody. But other than that, there's really nobody on his resume. So we can say he's beaten nobody. And then we can say, on top of him beating nobody, the one time he did step up, he got knocked out. Right? So we can say that. Then on top of that, we can say he's roughly mid to late 40s, if not early 50s. Right? We can say that. I will concede that to everybody. All the haters, all the people that are trying to look for his real age and all that, I will concede that. Fine. So then why the fuck are y'all not fighting him? Why is Deontay Wilder the only one that fights him? Why? He's beaten nobody, right? He's beaten nobody. The same excuse that y'all use with Charlo. Charlo's beaten nobody, so Charlo doesn't deserve to fight Golovkin, even though he was ordered to fight Golovkin. The fight was ordered, right? Luis Ortiz has beaten nobody. Who the fuck does he think he is? Okay? So then beat him up, Dillian White. Beat him up, Anthony Joshua. Beat him up. Luis Ortiz is 50-something years old. Late 40s, early 50s. Fine. Beat him up. Beat up the old man then, Luis Ortiz. Beat up the old Luis Ortiz. Beat him up, Dillian White. Beat up the old Luis Ortiz. Anthony Joshua. Beat him up. Beat him up. Hell, Daniel Dubois. Go beat up Luis Ortiz. Go ahead. Any and everybody, all these heavyweights that you all claim are the top guys. Joseph Parker, you need a fight. The WBC ordered Luis Ortiz versus Dillian White for the second mandatory to Deontay Wilder. Joseph Parker Joseph Parker wants a fight. He needs a fight. Fine. Joseph Parker, go use your superior skills, your superior boxing skills that only Anthony Joshua and Dillian White can beat, and go fight the old Luis Ortiz. Why? Why is nobody trying to fight Luis Ortiz? Why? Gerald Miller, Big Baby Miller. You think you're more than what you are. You think you're some top fucking dude and you're not. But you have prime opportunity to fight Luis Ortiz for the mandatory to Deontay Wilder. Why are you not fighting Luis Ortiz? Why are you fighting whatever the fuck this old ass white dude is that you're about to fight? Why? Whoever this fucking clown is, this dude from Adamic or Adamic, whatever the fuck his name is, and don't give me this bullshit about, oh well, he's ranked number 14 in the world. Fuck what he's ranked in the world. Motherfuck what he's ranked in the world. How about what he's ranked in public opinion? Because that's all that really matters when you break it down. Public opinion is what matters. Because whether or not this fucking dude is ranked number 2 in the world, if don't nobody know who the fuck he is, then don't nobody give a fuck about you fighting him. That's a factual statement. So I took my time, right? I took my time to lay out Luis Ortiz. Old man, hasn't beaten nobody. Only person he stepped up to was Deontay Wilder and he got knocked out. He's done nothing. Nothing but beat up a bunch of bums. That's all he's done. Hasn't done anything. Nothing. But he is in line, whoever fights him, whoever beats him, whatever fight he takes, to be the second mandatory to Deontay Wilder. To be the second mandatory to the WBC title. Why, oh why, isn't anybody trying to fight Luis Ortiz? Why? Oh, well, the risk isn't worth the reward, BFTB. Wake up. The risk isn't worth the reward. Well, hold the fuck up. What risk is there? This is an old man we're talking about. In his late 40s, early 50s. This is an old man, remember? Did we forget? This is a guy who's beaten nobody. What risk is there? The only time he stepped up, he got knocked out. So what risk is there? What's the risk? What is the risk? Why isn't Dillian White trying to fight Luis Ortiz? There is no risk, remember? This is an old man. So if we're saying the risk isn't worth the reward, it's all reward. Because Ortiz is an old man, a washed up old man who has beaten nobody. That's all he is. And his one step up fight, he got knocked out. So what is the risk? There is no risk. This is an easy payday. That's it. For a mandatory shot. There is all reward, no risk. So why is nobody trying to fight this man if that's the case? If he's an old man, late 40s, early 50s, who've beaten nobody, knocked in a bunch of bums, and his one step-up fight, he got knocked out. So why is no one trying to fight him then? Why? Luis Ortiz is a bum. He's beaten nobody. He's old. Why then is no one trying to fight him? So the narrative that you fucking sheep and protectors push, the actual people that need to fight this man don't believe you. They don't believe you. Because if the risk did not outweigh the reward, then everybody would be trying to fight him. I.e. Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker is a prime example of that. The dude is gutless. Can he box? Yes. Yes, he can box. He can box his ass off. But he has no heart in the ring. None. He's full of quit. You know what I'm saying? Full of it. I won't even say full of quit. I won't even say that. But he doesn't have the heart that he should. Put it that way. He doesn't have the heart that he should. But it's a low risk, high reward fight for people to fight Joseph Parker, which is the reason why Dillian Whyte did it. There was no fucking mandatory title shot at the end of the rainbow for fighting Joseph Parker. Nothing. He had nothing at all to gain but a pot of money. That's it. Everything to lose, nothing to gain but a pot of money. So, knowing that, why would you take that type of fight? Easy. Because the risk did not outweigh the reward. That's why. So, if Dillian Whyte is trying to fight Deontay Wilder, then fight Luis Ortiz and get your voluntary shot. Fight the old man, the late 40s, early 50s, Bumkiller that got knocked out in his only step-up fight. What is the motherfucking problem? BFTB and I'm out.